Hey guys, it's Maymay, and I know it is not Christmas time, and I'm telling you, the humidity here tells me it is not snowman time. However, I have had recently a lot of people ask me to show how to make these little snowman earrings that I did for a craft fair, and they're so cute. And I thought, if you're getting ready for a craft fair for the fall or for Christmas time, you may be making some of these now, and you might be wanting to sell them. And so I thought I'd show you the earrings that everybody wanted to see, and then I would show you how to make them. I thought that'd be a good way to do our Wednesday video. So here's a couple of things. Number one, my nail is chipped, so please ignore that. And I've got several chips because I've filmed like 30 videos today, I feel like, anyway. But so this is the larger snowman, and this one is made with two pretty large beads, and I'll show you all these pieces that you need to make them, but that's the larger one. Let me show you some different ones. This one is a large one that's large on the bottom and it has a smaller little head, so you can see the difference. Let me show you. You can do all kinds of stuff, so you can see how the top is bigger. And I really like this shape better. Matter of fact, that's the one we're going to do tonight with the larger bead and then the smaller bead. So there's that. And then, look at this little tiny guy that is so cute. I love him. He is a larger bead and a smaller bead, but he is pretty small both ways. So he's a cutie. And let me see if I got any different ones. Any different snowmen. I don't. I'm also going to show you how to make these angels, which are adorable. I love these little guys. And they have two small bead and then a larger bead here, and they have these little wing beads in between. These are super easy to make. You can make them in all different colors, like if you want to give somebody a little guardian angel earring that's red. I have some tiny ones in silver. I love these. I'm going to let that focus for a second. But I love these little tiny angel earrings. They are so cute and so easy to make. Let me see if I have a different one. I showed you the pearl ones. Oh, and look at the large ones. These I really like. Look at the large ones. Super, super cute. Now the ones that I have made up, those were some I had at a craft fair that I did, and these were my leftovers. So I just have those, and so that's good, so I can show you them. Here's what you're going to need. We're going to make the snowman first. So the first thing, we're going to make one earring, and that way you'll know how to do it. The first thing you need is what's called a head pin. And the reason this is a head pin is if you can see at the bottom, there's a little bitty bead. And it's not really a bead, it's actually made onto the piece. And that stops the bead from falling through. Now, this one is a round head pin, but some of them are flat. And you can use the flat ones. I just like the round one because I think they look more finished. It gives it a more jewelry look. So you need one of those. You're going to need a larger pearl for the bottom of the snowman. You'll need a smaller one for the top of the snowman. Then, this is where it gets really interesting, and you can play around, look in your bead section of your craft store and figure out which ones of these you want to use, and I'll show you what I used. Okay, so for his scarf, I'm going to see if I can do this where I can show you. It's really difficult. For his scarf, this is a spacer bead that has red sequins in it. I'm not sure that's focusing. I hope it is. I'm going to lay it out like this so you can see it. So you can see it's round. And it's kind of almost like a flower from the top, but from the side, let me see if I can turn it, it's got these little red beads in it. So this is his scarf. For the brim of his hat, I have another spacer bead, but this one is square. And I'm going to flip it up, and you can see there's black inside of that one, but it's a square one. And then for the hat itself, and this one's magnetized, this is one of those magnetized black beads for like bracelets and jewelry making, and it's oval shaped. It's kind of actually barrel shaped, and that's going to be the hat. Now you can get creative with that. That's just what I found in the store that worked, but you can look at all different kinds of stuff. So let's make the snowman. First thing is you got your head pin, and you're going to put on the biggest bead. Now you got to keep a watch on this because it goes quick. So see how that doesn't fall off? That's because of that bead on the bottom. And see how nice that looks with that silver bead at the bottom, kind of nice and jewelry like. I like that. Next, you're going to put his scarf on, which is that red spacer bead. And you'll be able to see how that looks when I turn it to the side. See that bead? Okay, and then next goes his head. Just like so. These are so easy to do. See, the head is now on there. So we have the snowman body, scarf, and head. Now we're going to put on his brim of his hat, which is that square spacer bead. So that one goes on just like that. Okay, and then we'll put on his hat. And you just slide that through the top. So now you've got your snowman all put together. Now here's what you're going to do to lock this into place. I take the hat and everything and hold it nice and snug onto that head pin. I'm pushing down with two fingers and pushing up with this bottom finger. Okay, that's how I do that, to keep it nice and snug. Then I take just a pair of these little like round nose pliers, grab it right at that top bead and turn it over. Okay, that is what locks him into place. So now he's not coming off. You see that? I just turned it to the side. I'm going to lay it out. I just turned it to the side and made like an L shape. Now, this is a little bit long for what I need, but I'm going to use it because I don't have any snips with me. But if you had any little wire snips, you could just snip that end off. But if you don't want to, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these round pliers here, and I'm going to start at this end, and I'm just going to grab the end of this head pin that we've turned. Can you see that? I just grab the edge, and I'm going to make one turn. Okay. So wherever I am on my plier, that's where I'm going to go back in. So now I have this little turn on the end of my T-pin. Now I'm going to take my plier and slide it back up in there to where it will fit that point. And I'm going to continue to turn it around that plier. And I'm just going to kind of make like a coil, just twisting this back to the top of the snowman. And I did this because I didn't want to snip it off. But if you wanted to snip this off, you could easily do that too. So I'm just making a coil to go to the top of this snowman head. And this is going to be, obviously, where we put in. So now we have a little loop at the top. Can you see the circle? This is where we're going to put the earring hook on. Now these little, you're going to need one of these little earring hooks. And these little guys are delicate, okay? So you want to take it and you just want to barely slide it to the side. I mean barely, because we'll be able to get in there. Don't move it too much because they can break on you. Then you're going to take that little hook you made and put it right inside of it. Come back to it and just turn it right back. Now that little bead at the top of your hook helps to close that section off too, so that this guy won't fall out. And that's the snowman earring. That is how easy that is. Wasn't that simple? I think it is. Now let's make the angel. Put this guy over here. The angel is very much the same way, literally. You're going to take the body of the angel. And let me show you this wing bead. This is a smaller version. I got some larger ones too, but you can see how that's the wings. And the larger portion goes up. So you're going to put the bead on where it is facing upward. Let me lay it where you guys can see it. I'm going to try to lay it there. See that? So the wings are facing up and out. And then you're going to take the head bead and put it on. This one's super, super easy. And at one time I even thought about putting another one of those spacer beads as like a halo, and I think you could do that. I didn't end up doing it, but I think you could. So again, I'm putting it in my finger. I'm pushing up on the head pin with my second finger, and pushing down with these two fingers to keep it nice and tight. Then I'm going to take this guy and bend it down. Okay, and then we're going to coil this back. Now this is way too long. I really need to snip this. I'm going to see if I can do it with these scissors. These are my utility scissors, so let's just see if we can do it. So I'm going to snip it just enough to do one good turn back. And I'm putting my hands over it so it doesn't hit me in the face. Oh, that cut easy. Good deal. So those scissors are made for all kinds of good stuff. Alright, so now we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to come up to the end and grab it with our pliers, just like we did. And then start to twist back on itself. And you let this plier be the size of the circle. That's what's going to determine it. So what I mean by that is you're going to slide that plier all the way into your loop every time, nice and snug, and then coil it. And that's what will keep your circle looking nice and neat, because it'll stay the size of this plier wherever you start it. Now on the earring pin, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to turn this slightly to open it, just a little bit, and then stick our earring, our little angel earring on there. There we go. And then turn it back. Just like that. So now we have an angel, just like that. Isn't that cute as it can be? You just can't beat it. And then we have the snowman as well. So I'll lay them beside each other. So that's how I did those. Let me bring those back over. So let's see. Here's the little snowman. You can see those little guys. Let's see if I can put them in camera shot would help. There's the little guys, and here's the bigger angels, which I love the big angels. I think they are beautiful, but I like bigger earrings. See those? And then here's the little red angels and the kind of chubby snowman like we made tonight. So there you go. I hope that helped. I cannot tell you how many people have asked me how to make those, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do that because people are getting ready for craft fairs and things. And I know if I saw these angels, I'd buy them any time of year. And these guys right here, if I was at a craft fair, I'd probably buy them any time of year too, because I may not see them again at Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed that video and maybe you learned something from that. And go to your bead section of your store and just play around with this. You can do your snowmen in all different kinds of ways. And these beads are very popular right now, these little wing ones, so you can find those at your craft stores too. Hey, thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you on Friday. And don't forget, it's Upcycle Week. It's actually Upcycle Month. Every Friday in the month of May, Gareth and I are doing a competition called Bend to Beauty, and we'll be doing an upcycle craft this Friday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.